Hello and welcome back to another two-handed Marvel Champions recorded gameplay. Today we are coming at you with another member-requested game from Gurismo, where we're going to be taking the newly introduced hero to Marvel Champions, Magneto and Rogue, up against Mr. Sinister. And I really like this prompt. So basically what we're doing is Magneto and Rogue are going to team up with a bunch of psionic allies to defeat Mr. Sinister. So Rogue leads a team of only psionic allies. So we only added psionic allies to Rogue. And we're gonna see some awesome psionic interactions with Cerebro and with like leadership, Cerebro, psychic kicker, that kind of stuff. And then Magneto is quotes very angry, so we're playing him in aggression. We're gonna see the Children of Adam card uh, in action, and we are playing against Mr. Sinister, Sentinels, Standard 3, and Expert. So let's talk about the decks. If you don't care about the decks, jump straight to the gameplay. You're more than welcome to do that. So we only have psionic allies in Rogue. So I just put them all in there. We got Legion, White Queen, X, Mirage, Kid Omega, Phoenix, M, Cable, Caliban. Now, all of these are going to be X-Men with the Children of the Atom, which gives each X-Factor, X-Force, and X-Men character the other traits. And so all your X-Men are going to be X-Force, etc., which is going to allow us to do some uncanny X-Men shenanigans. Now, if it is an X-Force ally in my hand, I do not get the cost discount for Uncanny X-Men, but I will get the additional health once they are on the table, and they still qualify as X-Men for the Uncanny X-Men stuff. We got Utopia. Once we have Children of the Atom out, Utopia does trigger on any of these plays. And we've got Triskelion to open up our ally slots to 5. So if we can keep these around, we're going to be using strength and numbers to draw a ton of cards. Rogue has a fairly high cost curve, and she really likes her cards. Her cards are very, very good. And so using strength and numbers to draw potentially 5 more cards is going to be a lot of fun. Then, if we have the psionic trait, which we can by putting our touched on any of these allies, we can play Psychic Kicker, which strength and numbers exhaust them, Psychic Kicker readies them, and then they get +2/+2. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We got some X-Men instructions to shuffle them back in, and since we probably will have a psionic character, Cerebro will allow us to just grab them immediately. We got X-Gene, X-Jet, Def Focus, Call for Backup because it's good. We got Power of the Mind, which is going to play any of our allies, and our doubles for the round out there. So this will be there's not a one hero that needs to build up necessarily. So sometimes when I run these two-handed games, there's one hero that handles kind of the early game, and then it allows the other hero to build up and kind of be that AD carry them to the end. This one we're gonna build kind of at a good clip for each one of us. We are both kind of pretty strong out of the gate, but very strong once we do get set up. Both of these heroes have some of the highest cost curves in the game, and so once we get those generators onto the table, it's going to help a lot once we do that. The other nice thing about strength and numbers and Mr. Sinister is we do have Hope Summers, and so every so often we'll be popping back over, and we can use Hope to exhaust again, and so I'm looking forward to it. Psychic Kicker also works really, really well with Hope because you can just ready her up, and then if Rogue controls her, she attacks or thwarts for 4, which is pretty good. Pretty good. I did not do any of my health. Rogue starts with 11. Boom. Then Magneto's deck. So we got X, Nick, Machine Man, Angela, and Gold Balls. Gold Balls, we're discarding cards for additional attack. So we got White Fox and Digging Deep to synergize. Oh, I forgot to grab Weapon X. I'll grab that here in a second. So you get this synergy along with his magnetic pull. Weapon X is another support that you can trigger in Alter Ego to discard cards, to trigger any of the discarding cards to get his signature cards. So we got that. We got Looking for Trouble. Looking for Trouble will trigger with Wrapped in Metal. So we can grab a minion, remove threat, wrap them in metal. Now they can't activate, meaning that we can bring it multiple times. We have 2 copies of Wrapped in Metal. We can probably tank a third one, but I think what we're going to be trying to do is using the 2 Wrapped in Metals to secure 2 minions onto the table, and now Bring It is just +1 card draw every round, or whenever we draw it, I guess. We got Mutant Education, where we're able to shuffle back in our cards. And so we're going to have a lot of recursion with Magneto. When we flip down, his Survivor ability allows us to shuffle in. Asteroid M allows us to shuffle in. Mutant Education allows us to shuffle in. And so I'm thinking that we're going to get just the ability to set up exactly what we want. X Mansion is here to trigger off Mutant Education and X-Men Instruction. Moira, which I will forget every single time. Boot Camp. I think Boot Camp may actually come to Rogue. So we'll see, but I think Boot Camp's coming to Rogue. Superpower Training, Build Support, Def Focus, and the doubles for Mags. So if I had to classify it, I think Mags hits the ground running a little bit quicker than Rogue, because Rogue really likes to have those allies up and running. But based on the card draw, if we can get some allies onto the table quickly, a strength in numbers can just catapult Rogue into where she needs to be very, very fast. Eric gets 10 hit points. Then Mr. Sinister starts with 42. I'm going to use Hope Summers as our first player token. Got 20. 30. 40. 2. Excellent. So we have Expert, Standard 3, Mr. Sinister, our Obligations, Hope Summers mod set in there, and the Sentinel mod set as requested by Guarismo. And we are going to be choosing some new Flight, Telepathy, or Super Strength, because that's the entire thing about Mr. Sinister. Let's read Sinister Intent. Set those 3 mod sets aside. Put Hope Summers into play under the first player's control. Then, when revealed, remove 1 random stage 2A from the game, then advance to a random stage 2A. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one gets removed from the game. Then we'll go even odd. We're going to go odd. And we're going into focusing in. We're going to attach telepathy to Mr. Sinister. This is going to start with 2 threat. It does go up by 4 every round. Decent chance I forget that. And telepathy comes in here. He gains Psionic Trait and Retaliate 1, which is actually really fun because now that he has the Psionic Trait, I do not have to put touched onto my allies with the Psionic Trait. I can put it onto Mr. Sinister and get the ability of Psionic and the Retaliate there. So that's pretty cool. Actually, this is great. This is perfect. That gives him a +1 scheme and Retaliate 1, which I'll grab here. That is going to eat our allies a little bit. So we do have to be a little careful there. Mr. Sinister, when revealed, plays 4 threat on the main scheme. Actually, I'm sorry, 6 threat on the main scheme. So that's going to take us up to 8. And we are 2 away from popping the main scheme already. This is the main reason I don't love Mr. Sinister. I feel like he accelerates through these 2 main schemes very, very fast. After a status card is placed on Mr. Sinister... Oh, this is stage 3. Ha! I was like, he seems way stronger than I remember him being. Okay, so we're placing 4 threat, which means that we are going to be at 6. That's funny. And then when you place a status card, he gets 2 threats, and he's actually only at 34 health. I was just like, that's a lot of health. I was like, geez, I forgot how strong he was, but that makes way more sense. Okay. Well, that makes me that's a sigh of relief right there. Rogue is gonna be actually. We're gonna have Eric be our first player. I think if I could choose my starting hand, I would probably take Rogue as my first, so I could get Call for Backup into play, and then we could have both Eric and Rogue work on Call for Backup. But since we don't have that, we have more side schemes in Eric's deck, and so I'm going to choose him for that first player. Yeah. Alrighty, so Rogue, after you change to this form, you have to set touch to side. If touch is attached to a minion, we get overkill, villain, retaliate 1, ally, aerial trait, and hero, stalwart. So that's cool. And then Eric, after you change to this form, shuffle the top 3 cards of your discard pile into your deck, and let's go with our mulligan. We both have 6 cards in this stage. First up, we got a Genius, Looking for Trouble, a Death Focus, Machine Man, Magneto's Cape, and a Bring It. No notes. Absolutely no notes. Cool. I'm gonna keep that. That's a non-mulligan for me. Rogue has got a Genius, a superpower adaptation. Um, that's gonna be kind of cool. I haven't played Rogue a ton 2-player, but superpower adaptation is gonna be interesting. Death Focus also with Rogue, Utopia, Rogue's Jacket, and a White Queen. I may mulligan here. Yeah. Into a Triskelion. Sick. Sweet. Alrighty. Eric's turn. We're gonna start. We have nothing to do here in Alter Ego, so let's go ahead and flip up to Magneto. Let's play Looking for Trouble. So discard cards from the encounter deck until you discard a minion. There's the Sentinel Mark V. We're putting that into play so we do not trigger the win revealed effects, which is pretty nice. And we remove 3 threat from the main, taking us down to 3. Okay. Magneto will just go ahead and punch here for 2. Boom. That's threat. Okay. We're going to use a Genius to play a Magneto's Cape. And then we're going to trigger Magnetic Pull. So we're going to discard cards from the top of the deck until we get a Magnetic card, Nick, Magnetic Bubble. And then we're going to use the Cape to ready up Mags. We're going to use a Bring It to draw a card. It's a Bring It. This is max 1 per phase, so that's a little sad. Let's use... Ooh, what are we doing here? We could play Death Focus. But then we don't get... We're very inefficient if we do that. We could hang on to or Bring It. We could play Machine Man. And pass on the resource generator, huh? That's a choice. We're gonna use Machine Man to play Death Focus. We're just gonna get it onto the table. I'd rather have the resource generator right now, even though we're not using it. We're being very inefficient. I'm gonna hang on to Bring It, and we're gonna have Rogue go ahead and punch the Sentinel for 2. And Mags will take him out. Looking for Trouble does not go there. At this point, I actually am going to go ahead and toss Bring It. I may hang on to Machine Man though. No, we're gonna hang on to Magnetic Bubble. And we got Anna Maria's turn. Alrighty. I think we're just gonna do a lot of building here. So let's go ahead and flip up to Rogue. Let's go ahead and use Genius to play Utopia. Let's go White Queen to play Rogue's Jacket. And Triskelion will play Death Focus. We're going to throw Touch onto Mr. Sinister at the start of the player phase. Touch comes off of Mr. Sinister. But now that it's on the villain, I gain Retaliate 1, as well as the Genius. Oh, that's actually kind of funny. I didn't think about that. You do get the Genius trait, so we could have played like Ingenuity and stuff. And the Psionic trait. And then we are going to Actually, let's go over here on Magneto, and then we're gonna thwart the main down to 0 because if it's attached to a friendly character, we actually get +1 thwart. All right, let's stand up. Magneto has the bubble, metal shards, X Mansion, mutant education, and a energy. Rogue has got a going rogue, nice. Power of the mind, energy transfer, cable, and a strength in numbers. Let's add 4 threat to the main, and Mr. Sinister is going to attack Magneto for 2 plus a boost card. We'll take it to the face. That's going to be 4 damage total. Take us down to 6. And then he's going to hit Rogue for 2 plus a boost. If the villain is attacking against overkill, that's fine. So 3 total damage there. It's going to take us down to 8. All right, counter cards. First one is Old Grievances. After you use your magnetic pull ability, take 1 damage for each card discarded. We can exhaust our hero, or I guess our alter ego, to discard that. And then Rogue has got discard 1 random card from your hand, 2 cards if he has the aerial trait. So we'll re-roll a 6. A 5. That is strength in numbers. That is honestly kind of okay. Sweet. Well, I would have had Rogue. It would have been net 1 card. That's fine. Whatever. Get touched over here. Let's go. Alrighty. Attach touch to a character other than Rogue and deal 2 damage to that character. Heal 2 damage from Rogue and ready her. Sweet. Okay. I think we will probably play an energy transfer. We're floating a cable, which I don't love. We could play cable. Um, we could play going rogue, where we could go with the 3 threat. If we throw it on Magneto, we could draw a card. That could potentially get us another double, but that's a big risk, I think. Heal 2 damage from Rogue and ready her. I feel like energy transfer feels like a card that we want to be playing. And I'm more okay passing on cable since we don't have Children of the Atom. Okay. I think what we're gonna do, since we're gonna throw a touch onto Mr. Sinister, we will go Def Focus and Cable to play Going Rogue. We're gonna remove 3 threat from the main. Take this down to 1. Since we do have Retaliate, we're gonna confuse Mr. Sinister, which is going to add 2 threat to the main. Take this up to 3. I wish I could. Yeah, I need a. Oh well. We will. We'll go ahead and punch Mr. Sinister for 3. Also, I did have Retaliate last time, which I did not take into account. So we'll just go 4. We take 1 Retaliate here. And then Hope will thwart this down to 1. Do we have a ally over here? We don't. Yikes. Interesting. I think what we will do is probably drop the magnetic bubble here and flip down with a rogue at this round. So let's flip down with Rogue. Touch comes here. And we will pass over to Magneto. We could do the magnetic pull. That could be kind of crazy. We could just die. It's probably not worth it, right? It's not worth it. I really actually I needed to flip down with. I may flip down with both. I mean, we're at one threat, so that's not bad at all. Yeah, I just may flip down with mags. Yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and use energy to play X Mansion. We're going to use Def Focus, Mutant Education, and Metal Shards to play Magnetic Bubble. And then we will flip down Exhaust to discard this card. We're going to shuffle back in these cards. While we're down here, X Mansion will go ahead and heal Eric. Alrighty. No, we're gonna lose the main. Shoot. Okay. Rogue is not flipping down. We'll probably defend. Yeah. The cap on these schemes are so low. It's so dangerous, especially with like the status adding to it. Brutal. Since we are not flipping down, I'm gonna toss all of these cards. We'll stand up, and I'm going to actually heal Rogue because she's staying up instead of healing Eric. Okay. So everything is stood up. Give me. Oh, there's Children of the Atom. That's nice. Psychic Kicker, Genius, Caliban, Southern Cross, 2, 4, 5. Eric gets 6 cards. We got Metal Shards, Magnetic Missile, the Helmets, Mutant Education, 2, 4, 5, and a Build Support. Ooh, we got the Build Support. That's gonna be nice. We'll go up to 5 here. Sinister is going to attack Rogue. Attacking for 2. We're gonna take it. It'll be 2, 4 total. So that's gonna take us down to 4. What's Rogue's? She heals for 3. Alrighty. Retaliate 1. And then Confused over here. Our encounter cards. First up, we got Dark Designs. That's probably not great for us. So we got 1 here. He's going to scheme for 3. Ooh, +1. So only 4. He gets +1 for each superpower attached to him. And then a Sinister Soldier. He gets +1 scheme, +1 attack for each superpower attachment on Mr. Sinister. Well, thank goodness for that. Holy cow. Alrighty. Sweet. We do have a Metal Shards, so we can take out the Sinister Soldier, and then get a Tough Status card, which is going to help protect the Magnetic Bubble stuff. Let's play a Mutant Education. Shuffle up to 2 identity-specific cards. I don't quite remember how this is worded, so let's do... We want to keep Metal Shards. We got Mutant Education, Magnetic Missile, and do we toss Build Support here? I don't think so. I think I need to get Build Support. So we're gonna actually go Mutant Education. So I guess we don't have to do it now. To play Magneto's Helmet. Okay. X Mansion will sit here and heal Rogue because we have a lot of soak over here. We have Build Support and Metal Shards, which I'm starting to think we are not going to be using Metal Shards, but we will see. Let's flip up to Magneto. We'll go ahead and thwart 2 here. Take this down to 7. We're going to trigger magnetic pull. We got digging deep. Boot camp is gone. Another digging deep. That's good. And electromagnetic blast. Alrighty, sweet. Alrighty, so we got Magneto's helmet, Def Focus, and a digging deep to play metal shards. We actually get to ready. So metal shards takes out Sinister Soldier and gives us a tough status card. We'll use a digging deep to play build support. Comes in with 6. We are going to... Heck yeah. Alrighty, check this out. So we will go... We'll thwart 2 here. Take this down to 4. We're going to throw touched onto Mr. Sinister using Rogue's ability. We're going to play Psychic Kicker. Ready an ally. They get +2/+2. Then Hope Summers is going to thwart here to clear build support. We're going to go grab Uncanny X-Men, I think. We also have Cerebro. X-Jet. I probably should have thrown X-Jet in Mags' deck just because it makes it a harder choice between the build support target. I think we're going to go with Uncanny X-Men, though. Life gets a lot easier once Uncanny X-Men is on the table. So we got Uncanny X-Men, Magneto. We could go Boot Camp. I think that was my initial intended target. We got Asteroid M as well. Actually, is Boot Camp our only support? I guess other than X-Mansion. But yeah, we'll go Boot Camp. And I think we'll play Boot Camp over here on Rogue. Alrighty. Magneto will go ahead and thwart 2 here. And we'll pass to Rogue. I'm gonna, yeah, I keep Uncanny X-Men. I'm okay with that decision. We go Caliban, but then we don't play Children of the Atom. Oh, we do actually, because we're gonna get another ally, and then we can toss Children of the Atom there. Yeah. Okay. So Genius and Southern Cross will play Caliban. We're gonna discard cards until we get. Oh, that's sad. Until we get an ally. There goes Legion. Righty. Then we got Legion to play Children of the Atom. Nice. Rogue will thwart for 3 here. We have to stay on top of the threat on, or I'm sorry, 2. Just 2. Caliban will punch here for 3. And take 2 back. Alrighty. We're gonna stay up with both. We've got a defensive strategy, which is chump block here, tough here. So, and then magnetic bubble. Magneto's fine. Magneto is being Magneto. Magneto is pretty good at this game. I don't know if y'all knew that. We got electromagnetic blast. We're gonna toss electromagnetic blast. We've got 5 cards: mutant education, Magneto's armor, metal shards, superpower training, and a strength. Rogue has got a strength in numbers, which is nice because we'll have hope, but we won't have Caliban. Psychic kicker, nice. Energy. There's M. 2, 4, and going Rogue. Alrighty. We're gonna go up to 7. It's so much threat. Ugh. Alrighty. Sinister is going to attack Magneto. We're gonna take it right to the face. It's gonna be 2. If targeted for elimination is attached to an identity, deal this. It is not. It's going to knock the tough. And we do have retaliate with the bubble, so we're going to knock one here. Over here, we're going to block with Caliban. What if we don't? What if we defend? What if we defend with Magneto? What if we defend with Magneto? I'm going to defend with Magneto. Yeah. Alrighty, so we got 2. 3, we are stunned, but we are steady. So we take 3 damage, 2 defense, 1 damage goes here, and we got another retaliate. Alrighty, down to 24. But we do have the ready with the cape, so I'm feeling pretty good there. Relentless robots. Each player engaged with a sentinel minion cannot thwart this scheme. It comes in with 6. Then Rogue has got manufactured drama. Support you control cannot ready. Exhaust each support you control. If no supports were exhausted this way, this card gains Surge. Exhaust your identity and discard 1 card from the top of your deck for each support you control to discard this card. Yikes. Alrighty. Pass this over to Hope. Alrighty. Touch comes here. I think if we can, I would like to stay up. I do need to play Go and Rogue. Trying to figure out if I don't think I play M this round. I think we play Strength in Numbers. We'll exhaust both of these to draw 2 cards. We've got Kid Omega and Bulletproof Bell. Nice. Okay. If I spend a mental resource when I play Kid Omega, I can remove a threat from every scheme. I don't think that's really worth it. If I spend a lightning, I deal a damage to Mr. Sinister. I don't know if that's worth it. I do have a Psychic Kicker, which I'll probably use on Hope. Kid Omega here is going to come in. That's going to ready Rogue. Nope. Utopia is exhausted. Just kidding. We got going Rogue for Def Focus. And if we have Aerial, we remove 2 additional threats. Retaliate, we confuse an enemy. That's probably worth it for Sinister. And then we're just not flipping down, but we can cash in on that. All right. So Touched is going to go onto Mr. Sinister. Let's go Def Focus and M to play Going Rogue. We'll remove 3 threat from here. Takes us down to 4. And we're going to confuse Mr. Sinister, which is going to take us back up to 6. Okay. We will Psychic Kicker to ready Hope. Hope will thwart 2 off of Relentless Robots. Takes us down to 4. We'll play Kid Omega. Kid Omega will thwart 2. Rogue will thwart 2. To clear Relentless Robots. Okay. Cool. Feeling pretty good about that. We're gonna hang on to Manufactured Drama. We do have a Bulletproof Bell, so that's gonna be our defense strategy here, and we can continue to build up our ally lineup. Hope is gonna go on this side because if she doesn't, it gets hard to move. Okay. Sweet. Magneto, we have to work on threat a little bit. Let's go strength for the armor. Then we will trigger our ability, our magnetic pull. We got wrapped in metal, and that's a mental resource, so we get +1 thwart this round. We're gonna ready, and we're gonna thwart for 3 here. kind of crazy. Sure. Magneto's helmet, mutant education wrapped in metal will hit metal shards on Mr. Sinister for 7. So we're at 24. We'll go down to 17. 24 to 17. Yep, that's 7. Um we need to take any amount of damage. Just kidding. It goes here. Nice. Uh Actually, we're gonna use Def Focus to pay for that, and then we'll use Wrapped in Metal to put out Superpower Training. That comes with 6. May not touch it, but it's a nice catch for Master Plan. Okay, I like that. Let's stand up. Rogue is gonna get Bulletproof Bell. We're hanging on to that. Superpower Adaptation, X Gene, X. Call for backup 2, 4, 5. So at this point, I think we're gonna use this Confuse to flip down. And also worst case scenario, if X comes in, I paid 2 for Kid Omega. I didn't have to. Uncanny X-Men is hard to remember, team. Just kidding. But so I can use X to confuse again if we do get a scheme out of there. And then X will probably chump block somewhere. For Mags. Magneto gets a White Fox. You love drawing that. Wrapped in Metal. Moira. Play only if you have the mutant trait. Masters of Magnetism and a Digging Deep. You love drawing them. You love drawing them. Alrighty. Let's go up to 7. Magneto is going to look at Rogue and say, I'm attacking you. At this point, we will use a superpower adaptation to play Bulletproof Bell. When an enemy with touched attacks, prevents all the damage from the attack and gain a tough status card. So he's going to attack for 2. After this activation, we prevent the damage and we get a tough. Such a good card. Magneto, he's going to attack. We're going to take it. I'm hoping we actually made a Fend here. The reason we made a Fend is if it is a 2 boost card, this pops. But if we if it's less than a 2, it doesn't. But what you really want to do is get this up to like a 5 because it prevents all the damage. So we will defend here. And then this is a 3. So he's attacking us for 5. So we're placing 3. So that's perfect, actually. So this stays around. And next round, we don't have to, our next attack, we don't have to worry about it. He'll take 1 damage back. There goes Under Fire, too, which is great. Okay. Encounter cards. Rogue has got Molecular Control. Give him a tough status card. If he has the Brute trait, he heals 4 damage. Alrighty, so he gets a tough. And we're at 7. We go up to 9. So scary. Then we've got Exhaustion, Surge, Exhaust Your Identity. Joke's on you. After your turn begins, discard the top and add a pursuit counter. Nice. Hope is going to pass. We'll discard the top, which is a 1. And we'll add a pursuit counter here. Alrighty. Magneto. What are we doing, my friend? Oof. Tough hand. Real tough hand, actually. I may flip down with Mags, actually. And then let Rogue ride it out one more round. I think that's what we're going to do. Because Magneto can get Moira on the table if he flips down. I can... What am I flipping? I guess I can trigger magnetic pull. Let's do that. So we got to bring it. Asteroid M. So that's a lightning and a wild. So a lightning gives us +1 defense, which doesn't really do anything. We will ready here. I think Hope actually, yeah. So if I get a bonus on Magneto, Hope actually goes up using that there. That's cool. Okay. So let's thwart for 2, 4 here. We're going to use Master of Magnetism. I never grabbed Weapon X. Alrighty, I don't have to worry about getting these back into the deck as much. Ha! Cool. Okay, Master of Magnetism will play Asteroid M. That's really, really funny. Alrighty, sweet. Magneto will flip down to Eric. We will shuffle Magnetism, Bring It, and Magnetic Blast back in. Okay. X Mansion will heal one from Rogue. Yeah. We'll toss Wrapped in Metal to get rid of Drawing Near. And then we'll use White Fox and Digging Deep to play Moira. Actually, Asteroid M will heal one damage from us, and we'll shuffle in. We're gonna do it before we discard Wrapped in Metal, so we're gonna shuffle in Metal Shards. Then we're gonna work on thwarting that focusing in because we do. Yeah, we have a lot of thwarting. Sick, nice. So we got X in our hand. Alrighty, we have Call for Backup. I think I'd rather play Professor X and preserve the tough. Cool. Alrighty, so let's go with everything feels good. Rogue will thwart 2 here. Take us down to 3. X Gene Call for Backup will play X. It's going to ready Rogue. We'll thwart this down to 0. We'll thwart 2, 4, 5, I guess. Take this down to 1. And we'll stand up. We won't have a confused next turn to protect us, but we also don't have the X Gene anymore that we need to play with Rogue. This will be nice to get rid of eventually once we have Utopia gone. So I'm hoping to get rid of that soon. That doesn't ready. Alright, Eric gets a Bring It, Gold Balls, Master of Magnetism, Energy, jeez, and a Professor X. There's your Confuse, and a Metal Shards. Rogue has got a Cerebro, finally. Okay, Professor X will block, will confuse Mr. Sinister, which will allow us to flip down and do all this Cerebro stuff. Cool. Energy Transfer, Power of the Mind, and a Gambit. That's 4. We're scheming, we're confused. We're attacking here. We're going to throw X in front of it. +2 by X. And then we're going to pass out some encounter cards. First card here is Sinister Strike. We're going to place a pursuit counter. And then it surges, because we're an alter ego, into targeted for elimination. We can exhaust our identity to discard that card. And when you're engaged with a Sentinel minion, you cannot change from hero form. And then we've got Genetic Mastery. He has the Psionic trait, so it plays 2 threat on the main scheme. Boom. Alrighty. That was not intrusive. Alrighty. Past Hope summers over to Rogue. This comes back. Alrighty. Cool. We will have Power of the Mind. We can Cerebro. So we have I'm sure we have another one in here. So we can Power the Mind, Cerebro. Yeah. Caliban has 3 damage on him. Um, I won't have the X-Men trait when I flip down, so I will lose the +1 money there. Um, I'm not 100% sure I ever chose a support over here. Oh well. Um, does does Magneto have another upgrade? I'm not 100% sure he does. So we are not going to thwart superpower training. We're going to let this pop and then we'll thwart it down next round to get the superpower training up and running then. Um, let's throw touched onto Hope. We'll use Def Focus Gambit for going rogue to remove 5 threat from the main. Um, Hope will thwart here. It's kind of annoying. The tough is really. We'll throw 3 damage into the tough here. I'm probably going to heal with rogue to maintain the tough. Let's have Kid Omega throw 3 damage. We got to do it at some point, right? It's going to kill our strength in numbers. Do we have another strength in numbers? 1, 2. We do have another strength in numbers in there. That's a little unfortunate, but here we are. I'm trying to think if there's a 2-cost psionic ally. I know Mirage is in there. She's not 2-cost. Caliban's not 2-cost. I don't think there is a 2-cost ally. So I don't think we're going to be able to play whatever we grab. But we'll flip down. Touch comes over here. Let's use energy transfer to play Cerebro. We'll use Cerebro to go find a Phoenix Mirage. We're going to leave Phoenix in the deck. I think I'd rather have a Phoenix in the deck for next round. I'm going to grab Mirage. Why am I searching this? I don't think I want to search this. I'm just not going to do that because I can't play it, so there's no point in me doing it. Yeah. So before I play it, let's do this. Exhaust your identity. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. And discard 1 card from the top of your deck for each support you control. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 4. So we lose Strength in Numbers, Psychic Kickers, X-Men Instruction, and a Superpower Adaptation. This goes away, which is nice. Then we will use Energy Transfer to play Cerebro. We're going to hang on to Power of the Mind. Okay. Eric's turn. Alrighty. Let's we got some fun stuff coming up. Oh, actually, you know what? Eric is going to heal. No, that doesn't really work because taking 2 damage regardless. I was gonna say we could heal one of the allies and keep them around, but it doesn't really work that way. Let's go ahead and heal 1 here on Anna Maria. We'll go ahead and exhaust to get rid of targeted. We'll flip up, trigger Moira, remembering to do so. We got Electromagnetic Blast. Actually, we're gonna Asteroid M. Shuffle Wrapped in Metal in there. I'm telling you, two-handed breaks my brain sometimes, especially with new heroes. So Asteroid M healed us. Shuffle that back in. We'll trigger Magnetic Pull. Got Electromagnet, or this is our card draw, and then we'll trigger Magnetic Pull. We got Wrapped in Metal. So that's a mental, so we get +1 thwart. And we get to ready. Actually, what we can do. Oh, this is actually kind of nice because we can just thwart here. We'll take our attack here. We'll take a damage, which will pop Magnetic Bubble, and then we can just thwart here and take it out. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Alrighty. We use a Master of Magnetism and a Magneto's Helmet to play Metal Shards to deal 7 here. So we're at 13. We will go down to 6. Retaliate 1 goes here. Okay. Energy and a Bring It will play Professor X, which will confuse Mr. Sinister, and throw a 2 threat here. We'll go ahead and use Magneto to punch for 2 here to take us down to 4 on Magneto. We'll take 1 back. X will go ahead and thwart Superpower Training, which will get us our Magnetic Bubble back. I guess Wrapped in Metal is one. We haven't seen any of our Sentinels really, so we'll just grab our Magnetic Bubble back. And I actually don't know if we have another. I don't think we have an upgrade here. That I probably should have put Specialized Training rather than Superpower Training in here, because I think Rogue's Jacket is our only upgrade. Yeah, that was bad. That was bad on me. Oops, sorry. We'll go Def Focus, Wrapped in Metal to clear here. All right, stand up. Maria's got Power of the Mind, Phoenix, X-Men Instruction, Southern Cross, X-Men Instruction, and a Mirage. This is where the fun begins, right? Because now we can shuffle in X-Men Instruction, whatever ally we want, and then Cerebro it, grab it, and we can play with Uncanny X-Men, Redding with Utopia. And so, like, it just gets... We got over that hump, right? So 2, 4, 6, perfect. Mags, we're gonna hang on to Gold Ball. We got Angela, Magnetic Missile, Looking for Trouble, 2, 4, Master of Magnetism. Nope, not that last card. Just kidding. So 2, 4, 5. If we do not deck out, we go there. Scheming, Confused. Attacking, we'll block with X. It's gonna be 2. Targeted for elimination. It is not. So there goes X. And encounter cards. First encounter card is a Sinister Disguise. When a player would deal damage to Mr. Sinister, that player may spend 2 mental resources. If they do not, they deal that damage to the friendly character with the fewest remaining hit points instead. Discard this card whether the resources were spent or not. And then we got Sinister Strike. We are going to place 1 here and pull out Magneto's Nemesis. So we got Exodus, Steady, Toughness, and Villainous. And then we got Martyr for Mutants. When defeated, the defeating player discards the top 9 cards of their deck. It's kind of okay if you have White Fox and Digging Deep. It's not the end of the world. And we're going to shuffle these into the deck, giving us some more minions. So that's fun. Alrighty. Hope passes here. Alrighty. What are we doing? This is not actually a super great. Alrighty, let's just go Hope to knock Tough. Mags will go 2 damage here. We'll go Looking for Trouble and Master of Magnetism for a Gold Balls. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Gold Balls will attack. We'll discard 1 card from our deck. So it attacks for 2. We deck out, but we reset our deck, and that's the important part. Because now we can trigger our magnetic pull and stuff. Okay. I like Magneto. I like Magneto a lot. That's going to get us the ready. We can take out Exodus. Martyrs for Mutants. The Amplify icon is going to be a little rough, but not too bad. Let's go ahead and trigger Magnetic Pull. We got Metal Shards. Oh, that would have been nice. I may still do that, though. Probably, actually. Well, we get to ready. No, this is what we're going to do. We're going to play Angela. I'm going to search the top 10 for a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 for a minion. And put it into play. Frenzy quick strikes us, which is less than desirable. Fabian Guard. The defeating player discards the top 4 cards of their deck. Let's do that. No, let's just do the Mark V. Let's get rid of the win revealed thing. Okay. We'll remove 3 threat from the main. Okay. We will go Magneto's Helmet, Def Focus, and Magnetic Missile to play Metal Shards to take out the Mark V, giving ourselves a tough status card. Angela will take out Exodus. And I discarded a Lightning, so I have +1 defense. Okay. We will thwart for 2. Friendly character with the fewest remaining hit points. We could just take out Angela and get rid of Sinister Disguise if we wanted to. That's probably the right call. We do have a lot of thwart over here, I guess. We have Southern Cross. Let's do. Yeah, let's just attack Mr. Sinister. We'll deal the damage to Angela. Get rid of the disguise. Alrighty. That is what we're doing over here. We'll go ahead and X Mansion to heal gold balls, triggering that with Maria. Let's go ahead and play X-Men Instruction. We're going to shuffle in Kid Omega and X. And then because X-Mansion is in play, we get to draw a card. X. We're going to play another X-Men instruction. We're going to shuffle in. Probably not Caliban. I think the X-Men are a little bit easier to. Well, yeah, they're much easier to play because they cost less. We got Legion. Legion feels good. We can also go with. Let's go White Queen. We get to draw a card. Kid Omega. Cerebro. We'll grab Legion. And we do have a Bulletproof Bell coming. That is, well, I guess we already have a tough. Might as well just throw damage at Sinister then. Okay. We will flip up with Rogue. Moira will trigger to draw us into a Bulletproof Bell. Alright, cool. Alright. Let's use Bulletproof Bell. No, first. Touched is going to go onto Hope Summers. We use Bulletproof Bell. Or actually, we're going to thwart 3 off of Martyr of Mayhem. Take that down to 3. And then we will play Bulletproof Bell to play Kid Omega. We will Utopia to ready Rogue. We could spend. I think we're going to go X and Phoenix. So we'll spend a Mirage to remove 1 threat from each scheme. Okay. There's Kid Omega. Oop. We'll go ahead and punch here for 2. Retaliate's going to knock off our tough. Power of the Mind will play Professor X. Wait, why did I do that? Probably because we have a blocker. Might as well do it eventually. Oh, okay. Professor X comes in. We're going to confuse Mr. Sinister. Got that there. Got 2 threat here. X will go ahead and thwart here. Clear that. Discard 9 cards from our deck, which is only 2. I guess I didn't need to do that. Oh well. Here we are. We're just doing stuff now. Alrighty. Southern Cross and Legion will play Phoenix. We are going to. Kid Omega will thwart here. Then we'll play Phoenix. We'll ready Kid Omega and then heal a damage from it. Phoenix will punch 2 here. She'll take 2 back. We'll push into stage 3. Place 6 threat on the main. Kind of forgot about that one. After a status card is placed on him, he gets 3 threat on the main. Alrighty. Oops. Oh well, that's fine. Kid Omega will thwart 2 here. Taking this, we're at 6, so we'll go down to 4. So a status card will push us. It is what it is at this point. I'm going to have readied and healed X and just thwarted 1 more. It doesn't matter. But it matters in my heart. Alright, let's stand up. And honestly, getting another trait at this point is not the end of the world because then we're going to just farm more stuff with our touched. So Alrighty, we got a lot of stuff going on. Magneto is going to draw into a strength. Nick Fury, White Fox, you love drawing that. Genius. And a Master of Magnetism. Yo, we got some resources, team. Rogue has got a White Queen, X Gene, White Queen and X Gene, Caliban, Triskelion, and M245. Okay. I'm gonna add 4, taking us up to 7. Sinister is going to attack Magneto. We will take it right to the face. So it's going to be 2. Discard the top 4 cards of your deck. 1, 2, nice. 3, 4. And 2 damage go. Nope, tough. And we needed to reset his health. You can tell how tired I am, right? We won. He has 0 health. Now, so he goes down to 42, so he's at 41. Because of the retaliate from the bubble. This is a really Guarismo, nice job. This is a really solid team up right here. Sinister is going to attack Rogue. We'll block with X. 2 plus 2 by X. Encounter cards. Nice. We decked out at the same time. Mags has got Deadly Touch. Touch is attached to a friendly character. Ooh, that's a dangerous Nelson. That's dangerous. Don't do that. 2 damage to that character. Discard this card. Frenzy. Quick Strike. After Frenzy attacks you, discard the top 2 cards of your deck. We'll take it. We'll go 2 here. 1 retaliates. Discard a Blast and a Wrapped in Metal. That was incredibly reckless of me. I love that for me. I'm a living life on the edge. Psionic Trait plays 2 threat on the main scheme. It did matter. I forgot about this card. Alrighty, sick. So 2 threat here takes us up to 9. Now we're gonna draw the status card 1. Mr. Sinister schemes. If he has the Psionic Trait, you are confused. So we lose the confuse here, and we are confused now. Alrighty, this comes over here. Hope comes over here. Ooh, yikes. Alrighty, jeez. 2 damage on Hope was not the right call. That was not great. Not great. Let's go ahead and throw Touched onto Magneto. That's gonna give me Stalwart and clear the confuse. We have +1 thwart, so we're gonna thwart this down to 6. We are going to use White Queen and X Gene and Caliban to play M. After M enters play, defeat a minion with fewer hit points remaining. Okay. Hope Summers is going to thwart for 3 here, taking us down to 3. We're probably flipping down with Rogue, just so we can heal Hope Summers. Is there? We don't have a confuse. We may have a confuse. We're not going to flip down. If we draw a confuse with Magneto, we will know, and we can flip down and use the X Mansion to heal Hope Summers then. So I think we'll be okay. Okay. But we also then do get. Oh, I didn't. Utopia when Inventor plays. We'll flip that. We'll thwart 3 more. I don't need Triskelion. I don't think I need it. So let's go 4 damage here. So there's, there we go. Kid Omega will punch for 3. It's going to knock him out. If we lose the main, do we care? At this point, I don't actually know if I care. We could get overkill, which could be a little detrimental, but we have magnetic bubble. We can figure it out with the Tufts and Rogue. Um, so I'm not 100% sure. I think flight would be the worst, but then we get flight and we can get our events charged up, and all of our events are in our deck right now, except for one Southern Cross. So I think I am gonna flip down. Um, with Rogue, and that's gonna allow me to play Cerebro next round. I could have not played M. No, I'm yeah, that's fine. All right, we'll flip down. Kid Omega is the only one that cost, and then actually, I don't think I get the discount when I'm in Alter Ego. So I don't know if I already did that. So if so, I apologize. We're just gonna toss Triskelion. We're late enough into the game to not, I don't think, need it. X Mansion will trigger to heal Hope for 1. Need to take care of that. Alrighty, Mags' turn. Let's go Genius and Strength to play Nicholas. Actually, before we do that, let's see. Now it's gonna be better for us to discard some cards first, because we have a higher likelihood of hitting our digging deeps. So let's use Mags to go ahead and punch for 2. We'll go 1 here. Alrighty, let's magnetic pull, digging deep. That's why we did it first. Master Magnetism. We got +1 to all of our stats, so we will stand up. Genius and Strength will play Nick Fury. It's going to draw us 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. We've got Magneto's Helmet, Master Magnetism. We'll play Metal Shards to deal 7 damage here. So we're at 31. I'm going to go down to 24. Retaliate 1. I can attack him 1 more time. Because I want this at 5. So we'll punch for 3. This goes to 5. Nick will punch for 2. 21 goes down to 19. Two damage here. Master Magnetism digging deep will play a White Fox. White Fox will attack for 1. Got 4 cards in our deck. I'm thinking about doing the absolutely unhinged thing and flipping down as well. If we do that, we will absolutely lose this. There's a chance we will scheme on the second one. And we will go to stage 3, but I think I can do 18 damage. I think I can do 18 damage. The enemy's gate is down. Gold balls will discard 3. Hey, digging deep. Let's go. um, he's going to take 2 damage. We're dealing 4 damage back. So this 14. Is there any reason for us to flip down though? There is no reason for us to flip down other than the fact that I just don't have anything to spend. So I guess we have mutant education. We have a lot of recursion. We can guarantee that we do the 14 damage, but I think we're gonna guarantee that regardless. Um yeah, we'll just toss the hand. We'll stand up. I To be clear, I think I could have been fine flipping down. Um we got one card, counter card. I think if I flipped down, I could have made it so that I didn't get a second encounter card. Because I'm shuffling 3 cards back in, 4 cards with Asteroid M. That means that we're probably not hitting another encounter card. I think the encounter card's gonna be fine. If we were not this close, I probably would just to get White Fox back into the deck. Um, yeah, sweet. I guess I'm drawing here first. Magnetic Missile, wrapped in metal. Never got to do any of that fun stuff, but maybe we will. Maybe we'll get to wrap in metal and Magic Missile. Reading over here, we get 6 cards. We got Energy, Bulletproof Bell, Southern Cross. There's game right there. Gambit and X-Men Instruction. We will add 4. Sinister scheming for 4. Just 4. Alrighty. We don't even lose the main. I'm a fan of that. We're getting attacked with Magneto over here. We'll go ahead and toss Fury in front of it. It's going to be 2. After this activation, get another pursuit counter. Encounter cards. Got an acceleration. One more card over here for Magneto. I got 14 damage. I got what we would consider uber lethal in my hand. So as long as these encounter cards don't go horrendously wrong, which I don't think that they will. If we go status card, we need a 4. Yeah, we're fine. Teleported away. Mr. Sinister cannot take damage. When Mr. Sinister would attack, he schemes instead. This comes in with 5. Alrighty, so that's there's some. We got a lot of threat, but here we are. Captive Hope. Alrighty, that goes there. Comes in with 6. And Sowing Discord. Allies you control cannot ready. Exhaust each ally you control. Alter ego action. Spend some resources to get rid of it. Alrighty. Let's thwart. How do we thwart? We'll go 2. Take this down to 3. Trigger Magnetic Pull. We got Master of Magnetism. That does ready us. We'll thwart for 3 because we discarded a wild. We'll go Master of Magnetism for Machine Man. Machine Man will attack. We'll spend 3 resources to deal 4 damage. He'll take 2 back. We'll pass over to Miss Maria, which I guess we can Cerebro. Who's our biggest attacker? Cable. But Cable costs a lot. Oh, here we go. Yeah, nice. Okay, before we do Cerebro, we're going to attack for 4 here. We are toying with our prey at this point. We're going to go there into the discard. We'll take here and here back. with X-Men Instruction. This has been a really fun matchup. I've enjoyed this a lot. Um, then we will draw a card. Hey, X-Men Instruction again. Let's Cerebro for M. X-Men Instruction. Grab Caliban. Draw into a Mirage. Alrighty. We'll flip up. We will throw touch onto Mr. Sinister. We will attack for 3, taking him down to 3. We will take 1 damage. We got energy and a Mirage to play M. It's going to trigger Utopia and ready. M will attack for 4. Now we're going to be counting up. Phoenix will attack for 2. We go to 3. Phoenix is dead. M is almost dead. We got 3 more damage here. We got a Southern Cross for 6 damage. So we overkilled Sinister by 12. We probably could have optimized it a little bit, but there you go. That's Magneto. Magneto worked really, really well in 2-player as well. Being able to just tank the hits with Magnetic Bubble, using his abilities, or using his very high economy to just ramp up the mutant side of the support build to let Rogue do what she needed to do. I mean, Magneto's a very good character, and then Rogue is so good in multiplayer. Being able to throw that touchdown, I can't believe I almost killed Hope. That was really funny. But here we are. Sweet. Awesome. Well, thank you, Guarismo, for suggesting the game. I had a ton of fun with this one. I think that this pairing is a lot of fun and something that y'all should definitely try if you are looking for a pairing. Rogue versus Mr. Sinister is really good as well because you get the additional traits when you attach those telepathy, super strength, or flight attachments there. So you get the additional benefits out of the cards, which is really cool. Yeah, really cool. Really, really cool. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time.